Alright, what's going on, y'all? This is Morgan, back with another video. It is going to be another tobacco review, just because I have 2 packs of cigarettes right here, and I finished my last one in the last video, and I'm about to have one of these cigarettes, which I really love, and you can tell by the title of the video what it is. This is going to be my review of the Camel Non-Filter, also known as the Camel Stud. Amazing, legendary cigarette. Got some RJ Reynolds information on that side. See that? And then we got certain general warning. Basically, you're gonna get cancer from smoking these, in case you don't know. And then on the bottom, it does say Camel. Pretty cool looking pack. My girlfriend is obsessed with this pack design. Choice quality, the quality of the tobacco in our cigarettes means that there's never going to be like a promotion for them, basically is what this is saying. Don't look for premiums or coupons, as the cost of the tobaccos blended in Camel cigarettes prohibit the use of them. So it is 20 Class A cigarettes as indicated by the band on the top, which wraps around and says it on both the back and front. And on the top there is a tobacco leaf that says RJ Reynolds Tobacco Company. So this is a soft pack of cigarettes, as you can tell, so it is basically just tinfoil wrapped around cigarettes. Pulling one out of the box here, or not the box, the soft pack. They are quite a short cigarette. I will compare them to the length of my box for my American Spirits that I just did a review for. Quite short. And that is obviously because there is no filter on the cigarette. So for anyone who's never tried a non-filter or a stud or anything, or has never like ripped the filter off of a cigarette to try it with no filter, smoking a filterless cigarette is a very different experience from smoking a normal cigarette, because you're not going to be wanting to take those really long draws or anything, just because it will fuck you up. So on the cigarette it does say Camel right on the top. Most people do light them on the other end that does not say Camel, and I do the same thing. So without further ado, you can see the lines on here. The fact that this is FSC paper, you can just see the lines going down. Perfectly rolled cigarette. Obviously they're done by machines, so they're going to be perfectly rolled every time, but sometimes you do have an issue here or there. What I do with the ends of mine, I like poke the tobacco on the end that I'm putting my mouth in, and then I'll like fold over the paper a little bit, just so that I'm not getting any like tobacco specks flying into my mouth, or I have a smaller chance of that happening. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get this one lit up and get into the review. So, as I was saying, this is, I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite cigarette of all time, but it's definitely one of my favorites, you know? It's amazing taste off the cigarette as well. Oh shit, I have no idea where to start this. Look at the pack fucking design on that. A very old school pack design. Winston-Salem, North Carolina is where these are manufactured, I think. But they do use a Turkish and a domestic blend of tobacco in the cigarette, which gives it a very distinct sweet taste. Yeah. So the way I smoke a Camel non-filter is probably how most people smoke them. I just put the end in my mouth and suck in with my mouth, like just create a vacuum, suck in with my mouth, and then inhale it. That way I'm not getting anything too crazy or too harsh off of it. Beautiful taste off the cigarette. These are kind of a pop culture icon type thing, the same way that Lucky Strikes are, kind of. And they're warranted, like, people are warranted for loving these cigarettes because they're fucking incredible. Like, they're really bad for you because they don't have a filter on them, but if every once in a while you just want the most flavorful cigarette you could ever buy. In my opinion, this is where to go. As far as I've tasted so far from the cigarettes I've tried, this R.J. Reynolds Camel Non-Filter is fucking amazing. And honestly, this is going to be one of those rare reviews where I don't really have anything negative to say about the cigarette. The only thing negative about it would be it's kind of a short smoke because the cigarette is so short because there's no filter. And the fact that you can sometimes get tobacco in your mouth. But other than that, it's way worth it to get this pack of cigarettes at least once just to try them, just because they do have such an amazing tobacco taste off of them. If you're someone who likes tobacco a lot, definitely pick up a pack of Camel Non-Filters if you haven't. I don't know if they have them everywhere. They should. I think they do. But sometimes you'll be in an area where they just don't have a certain cigarette, and that's a bummer. But you can probably find these on the internet somewhere. And it's just a great cigarette. It does burn pretty fast though, and you have to stop smoking it pretty early in the cigarette. With a fairly good amount of tobacco still left, just because it gets so hot. That's another downside. Sorry about that. Let me fix that real fast. That's another downside to the cigarette, is that it will burn your fingers and your lips if you smoke it too long. If you smoke it down too far. I will give you a shot of how it looks when it's burning. Cool looking cigarette in my opinion. Amazing. That's how I have the tobacco folded over, or the paper folded over the tobacco rather. You can see that. Tobacco in the cigarette is very light, but it is a very flavorful blend. A lot of Camel cigarettes have a distinct sweet smell coming off of them, especially just straight out of the pack. And on the dry pop. Ooh. I wish you guys could smell these. They don't even smell like cigarettes. They smell like fucking, almost like maple syrup almost, you know? Which is the same sweetness you get off a lot of R.J. Reynolds Camel cigarettes. I am going to pick a little bit of the tobacco out of the cigarette, which is something that a lot of people will do. Some people, I've seen one of my favorite YouTubers, Nick the Smoker. I'm pretty sure he's out of Illinois. He will actually pack down the cigarettes a little bit on both sides, just to get it more centered towards the middle, but I figure for me that's not really worth all the effort, so I just tuck it down on the side where I need it. And we are getting to the end of the cigarette actually pretty quickly, but as far as a grade or a rating goes, this is just a beautiful cigarette. I give this an A, easily. Borderline A+. Like, I can't describe how fulfilling one of these can be. Like, if you're smoking non-filter cigarettes and you have like a nicotine dependency, you could literally get by, and you like smoke. If you smoke ultralights, lights, or even full flavor cigarettes sometimes, and you're smoking like half a pack a day, you could smoke like 3 of these a day and be fine. Like, just because you get that strong hit of nicotine, that strong tar, strong, I guess, carbon monoxide is not really that good of an example, but it's a cigarette, so by smoking them, we're not setting the perfect example, I guess. But yeah, I will definitely give this cigarette an A, borderline A+. One of my personal favorites. Probably something that I will do another video on in the future. If I want to just shoot another tobacco review, and if this is all I have, I'll shoot another one just because I fucking love these cigarettes. Getting down to it here. I normally stop smoking it right when it hits the Camel logo, and we are getting to that point, so I will be stopping this pretty soon. Thanks for watching my tobacco reviews, everyone. means a lot that people are interested in my videos. And yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna give this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and give it an A+, just because I like them so much. I'm gonna put it out here though, getting a little bit close to the fingers for my taste. And I will actually rip open the cigarette as I do, and inside, all tobacco. So there you go, all tobacco, just burnt at the very end. There you go. I just dumped it on the chair that the camera's on, but yeah, good looking cigarette, beautiful taste, everything like that. It's been real and it's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun.